Okay, welcome to another edition of Lion News. Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. Today is Sunday, January 23rd, 2011. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about the tactics of the insane, the stupid, and the agenda-driven shit for brains who support local corruption. Okay? In a previous video, we showed you that when you have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence, the only possible people who are going to resist that are the people who support local corruption. And of course, who's going to support local corruption? Well, you'd have to be insane to support local corruption. You'd have to be awful stupid to support local corruption, and you'd have to be an agenda-driven shit for brains to support local corruption. See? But, we live in a world filled with stupid people and insane people and agenda-driven people. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to see what some of their tactics, really are. All right? And I think I talked about this before, in the mind of a shit for brains. So you can have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that the victim is innocent. Okay? And you can have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that cops, lawyers, and judges were either incompetent, crooked, or abusive. Okay, you have those two in the equation, and the shit for brains will come up with the supposed logical conclusion that the victim is somehow guilty. Okay, now who's going to come up with that? Well, typically your slanderers, your stalkers, your vigilantes. Like I said, your insane people, the stupid people, the agenda-driven people. All right, and what are they going to do? Well, like I said in the previous video, their whole purpose is to do this. See, they just want to get an angry mob going to shut up the person who is the victim of local corruption. Okay? And they have a variety of tactics which they use. And I'm not going to cover them all because, there's a ton of them. All right? I'm just going to cover some of the basic ones, or some of the main ones that they use. Okay? And one tactic they use is called sophistry. And a modern application of this would be called propaganda. All right? What you have here is plausible but fallacious arguments, which means they're complete lies. Okay? Sounds reasonable, but the whole argument is a lie or concocted or whatever. Okay? And it says also a plausible but misleading or fallacious argument. All right? So in other words, they'll take half-truths, limited truth out of context, and convince you that whatever they're trying to promote is true. All right? But it's essentially using lies of omission to sucker you in to believing something. And what it's also called is what the sophists use are things called fallacies or logical fallacies, which a lot of people don't understand, so they get suckered into these. Okay, if you've studied them, then you know how they can sucker people into making them think that they've reached a logical conclusion. Okay, and a fallacy is a statement or an argument based on a false or invalid inference, incorrectness of reasoning or belief. Erroneousness, and the quality of being deceptive. Okay, it's a complete false notion. But see, if you don't understand what they're trying to do, you don't understand, if they're like a wolf in sheep's clothing. A lot of people get suckered into these fallacies. All right. So, what you need to do is understand what the purpose of these fallacies are. Okay. And like I said, and this is a thesaurus here, and it gives you the definition. And a fallacy is an illusion or a misconception. Okay, an illusion is a picture. What they want to do is paint a rosy picture of what this crook is. Okay, see, they can't refute the facts. The clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence about the crooked cop or the crooked lawyer or the crooked judge. So they get to paint this wonderful picture of them and get you thinking about the picture instead of the facts. Okay? Just like I said in the other video, you've got a wolf there wearing sheep's clothing. They want you to focus on the sheep's clothing. See? Because that's the illusion. All right? So you can see there's all sorts of different words, synonymous terms for aberration, or for fallacy, which mean the exact same thing. Okay? And you can see here's sophistry way down here. All right? And sophism, okay? Subterfuge, heresy, inconsistency, miscalculation, misconstrual, misinterpretation, you know, all sorts of deceptiveness, deception, delusion, deviation, you know, all sorts of things to get you away from the truth, which is the antonyms of fallacy. Okay, which antonym means it's the completely opposite meaning of this word. Okay, so the opposite of fallacy is certainty, evidence, facts, honesty, reality, right, surety, and truth. Okay, so these insane people and stupid people and agenda-driven people, that's what they're going to be using to sucker you into believing their lies. Okay, they're going to try to deceive you through illusions. Okay, through flowery language and say, you know, appeals. We're going to get into the specifics of the fallacies right now. Okay, so we'll give you some examples so you know what we're talking about here. Okay, and one of them they use is appeal to fear. Okay, and the appeal to fear is that if you start believing this clear, precise, and unquestionable truth about the crooked judge, well, no one's going to believe, you know, the crooked judge anymore, and society's going to collapse. Well, see, that's an appeal to fear. Okay, see, if you expose the judge, then they'll have to deal with the judge, and they'll have to come up with a solution. Okay, and if there was a crooked judge making crooked judgments, then maybe you need to correct all those too. See? But it's going to cost us money to do that. It's going to cost us reputation. Oh, you know, fear, 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 fear. See, that's the appeal to fear. Don't listen to them because it's scary. All right? That's the appeal to fear. Okay? Appeal to pity. Okay? What this one is, that crooked judge is so nice. You know, I really like him. Well, what's that got to do with the obstruction of justice he's involved with the malicious prosecution he's involved with? What's that got to do with, you know, him covering up crimes? Nothing. But see, they want you to feel sorry for that poor little judge. You know, so they want you to ignore all the facts, you know, and just feel sorry for him. See, that's the appeal to pity there. Okay, remember the three things they want you to do: shame, fear, and guilt. Okay, here, pity. Now, you should feel so guilty, you know, about doing that. You should feel sorry for him. You should be ashamed of yourself by bringing up all these embarrassing facts, you know, that he's a crook. See? And appeal to popularity. Well, this will also be called bandwagon. See? And what they do is they go, you know what? That guy is so that crooked judge is so popular, and that can't be true. You know, because he's got all sorts of friends. Well, maybe all his friends are crooks too. Or maybe all his friends are really stupid. See? Maybe they're, you know, insane, stupid, agenda-driven, you know, idiots who love local corruption. So it doesn't matter how many people he has, how many people support him. Who cares? What's that got to do with him, you know, committing obstruction of justice or maliciously imprisoning people? Nothing. But see, they want to get you off on a rabbit trail there. Okay? And then the opposite of this is, too, appeal to unpopularity. Oh, you shouldn't listen to these people who are exposing local corruption because, you know, there's only a handful of them that are doing it. See? You know, you need to come on our side because we're the popular ones. We're supporting local corruption. See? That's the appeal to popularity right there. And okay, here's begging the question. And this is this is one where they just make assertions. Oh no, he's wrong. No, he's wrong. No, that judge isn't a crook. Really? Have you provided any proof of that? No, I just said it. I said he wasn't a crook, so you have to believe me because I said he wasn't a crook. See, that's the circular reasoning there. And that proves what? Well, it proves that you should just believe me because whatever I say, because I'm godlike. So you just believe me. See, they don't have any clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that the judge isn't a crook. No, they just make an assertion. Okay? So then, like I said, there's a lot of insane, stupid, and agenda-driven people who fall for that one. I mean, you'd have to be pretty insane, stupid, and agenda-driven to fall for that. But I mean, there's also people who do. Okay, that's called begging the question. Oh, then the appeal to ridicule. That's where you have, I can have all the clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that I want, and all they do is, no, it isn't. Ha 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 ha. That isn't evidence. No, that isn't evidence. No, that isn't evidence. Ha ha. See? All they have to do is just ridicule or mock it. And somehow that, makes all the clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence, invalid. No. All that does is, again, shame, fear, and guilt is being used against the person who this appeal to ridicule is being used on. All right? Oh, you're not going to be dumb enough to believe that clear, precise, and unquestionable truth, are you? You should be ashamed of yourself for believing that clear, precise, and unquestionable truth, shouldn't you? Okay? You should be really, you're trying to destroy someone's reputation even though there's clear, precise, and unquestionable truth that they're a crook. See? So that's another one of these tricks that these idiots will try and pull on people, And you'd have to have shit for brains to believe that one. But unfortunately, there's all sorts of people that do. Okay? So, again, like I said, all they really want to do is just get people all cranked up, not to think. See? They just want you to get out the torches and the pitchforks and start yelling and screaming and shout down the people with clear, precise, and unquestionable facts. See? Because if they had clear, precise, and unquestionable facts that, that the people who are exposing local corruption were lying, then they'd present it. But they have none. See? They have no testimony. They have no documents. No, all they have is their conjecture, their lies, their fabrications, their ridicule, their fallacies. See? And that's all they have. See? They don't have facts. Like I said, the opposite of facts are fabrications and lies. And that's what the people who oppose the local anti-corruption campaign are going to have. Fabrications and lies. See? Because all they have to do is provide the proof to show that there is no clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence, but so they don't have that. See, all they have are lies. Okay? What is that? Deception, defamation, distortion, fabrication, fiction, guile, invention, myth, perjury, subterfuge, tall tales, vilification. See? Here's the white lies there. That's the half-truths. See? So they don't have truth on their side. Because the opposite of lie is honesty and truth. So all they have is dishonesty and disinformation, fabrication, falsehoods. See? So that's what you're going to get from these insane, stupid, and agenda-driven shit for brains. Okay? Because all they can do is come up with speculation. Hunches, shots in the dark. Again, speculation and assumptions, which is, again, the opposite of facts, proof, truth, and reality. Those are their only weapons. And again, like I said, what they're going to try and do is try to ridicule you if you have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence, because they don't have the evidence on their side. All they have is contempt for the truth. See? Contemptuous laughter at someone or something. And like I said, because we have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence. Okay? So, we went over a lot of material. But again, remember, the people you need to watch out for are these shit for brains who claim to be logical, who claim to have the facts on their side, but cannot produce a single shred of evidence to refute the claims of the people who have clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence. Maybe they have a fact or two here, but they don't have anything to refute every single thing. All they have are the fallacies on their side. So don't get suckered into it. Okay? Thank you for your time.